Hi everyone, I'm Radhakrishna. In this video lecture, I would like to give explanation on Rutherford's scattering cross section and derivation of Rutherford scattering cross section and Rutherford scattering formula. These are the most important topics in semester and examinations. So you have to watch this video lecture carefully. First, Rutherford scattering cross section. The diagram is shown in figure. In this diagram, a beam of alpha particles strikes on the scatterer, that means a thin gold foil. After scattering, the alpha particles strikes the screen, that is a fluorescent screen. You can count the number of alpha particles scattered by counting the number of scintillations on the fluorescent screen caused by the scattered alpha particles. Now, explanation. Consider the case of when a narrow beam of alpha particles is incident normally on the thin foil of the scatterer. Let small n be the number of atoms per unit volume of the scatterer of thickness T. Rutherford taken the scatterer as thin gold foil. Here the thickness of the gold foil is T and the gold foil contains number of atoms per unit volume be n. The scattered particles are detected by means of scintillations produced by them on fluorescent screen S. Let Q be the total number of alpha particles that strikes the unit area of the scatterer, and capital N be the number that are scattered through an angle phi and strike unit area of the screen S at a distance r. Now, in order to derive the probability that an alpha particle would come within the distance p, where p is impact parameter, we imagine a circle of radius p drawn around each nucleus of the atom. The area occupied by all such circles in unit area of foil is pi p square nt, pi p square nt. In this expression, pi p square is the area around the nucleus, n is the number of atoms per unit volume, and t is the thickness of the scatterer. The probable number of alpha particles coming within the distance of an impact parameter p of the nucleus is given by pi p square ntq, where q is total number of alpha particles and incident on the scatterer. Now, the number of alpha particles having an impact parameter between p and p plus dp is given by d of pi p square ntq, that is equal to 2 pi p ntq dp. Thus, the number of alpha particles scattered between angles phi and phi plus d phi is 2 pi p ntq dp, that is equation 1. Now, the scattering cross section sigma is given by sigma is equal to number of alpha particles scattered into solid angle per unit time by incident intensity. The solid angle between phi and phi plus d phi is given by d omega is equal to 2 pi sin phi d phi. Here the calculation of d omega is not given, so we have to remember this value carefully. The number of alpha particles scattered into solid angle d omega is given by sigma I d omega is equal to sigma I 2 pi sin phi d phi, where I is the incident intensity. That is equation 2. This should be equal to the number of incident alpha particles having impact parameters between p and p plus dp. Then the area between circles of radii p plus dp and p is given by d of pi p square, that is equal to 2 pi p dp. Therefore, number of incident particles is equal to 2 pi p dp into I. That is equation 3. From equations 2 and 3, we get sigma I 2 pi sin phi d phi is equal to minus 2 pi p dpi. Here the Newton is used to show that an increase in p causes decrease in phi. Hence, scattering cross section sigma is equal to minus 2 pi p dpi by 2 pi sin phi d phi into I. On cancelling the terms 2 pi I, we get sigma is equal to minus p dp by sin phi d phi. That is equation 4. We know that the relation between impact parameter p and scattering angle phi as p is equal to z square by 2 pi epsilon 0 mv0 square into cot phi by 2. On substituting the value of impact parameter p in equation 4, we get, and also substituting the value of dp in equation 4, we get sigma is equal to z square by 2 pi epsilon 0 mv0 square whole square into cot phi by 2 into half cosecant square phi by 2 d phi by sin phi d phi. In this expression, sin phi can be expanded as 2 sin phi by 2 cos phi by 2. Then the value of sigma can be obtained as sigma is equal to z square e power 4 by 16 pi square epsilon 0 square m square v0 power 4 sin power 4 phi by 2. This is equation 5. This equation is called Rutherford scattering cross section. So again the equation is sigma is equal to z square e power 4 by 16 pi square epsilon 0 square m square v0 power 4 into sin power 4 phi by 2. Now the number of alpha particles scattered between angles phi and phi plus d phi is 2 pi p ntq dp. Substituting the value of p and dp in the above expression, we get the number of alpha particles scattered between angles phi and phi plus d phi as 2 pi ntq into z square by 2 pi epsilon 0 mv0 square cot phi by 2 into z square by 2 pi epsilon 0 mv0 square into minus half cosecant square phi by 2 d phi. That is equation 6. All the particles will strike the screen within a circular annulus of area dA which is given by, that means the circular annulus is in between circle of radius r and circle of radius r plus dr. The area of the circular annulus dA is equal to 2 pi r sin phi r d phi, that is equal to 2 pi r square sin phi d phi. Therefore, dA is equal to 4 pi r square sin phi by 2 cos phi by 2 into d phi, that is equation 7. Now, the number of alpha particles n Kaplan striking unit area of the screen is given by Kaplan is equal to 2 pi nt cube z square by 2 pi epsilon 0 mv0 square cot phi by 2 into z square by 2 pi epsilon 0 mv0 square into half cosecant square phi by 2 d phi whole by 4 pi square sin phi by 2 cos phi by 2 d phi. On simplifying the above expression, we get Kaplan is equal to ntq z square e power 4 by 16 pi square epsilon 0 square r square m square v0 power 4 sin power 4 phi by 2. This expression gives the number of alpha particles n striking unit area of the screen. This is the most important expression. This expression is called Rutherford scattering formula. Rutherford scattering formula given by equation 8 shows that the number of scattered particles per unit area is inversely proportional to sin power 4 phi by 2, proportional to thickness T of the scattering material, proportional to z square, the square of the atomic number of the scatterer, and inversely proportional to fourth power of the velocity of alpha particle or square of the contingent of the alpha particle. In this way, we can derive the Rutherford scattering cross section and Rutherford scattering formula. This derivation is somewhat difficult, so you have to study carefully and practice number of times, then only you have to remember this question. Now, some problems in this unit are based on motion of rocket, conservation of momentum, collisions, etc. Here few examples are given. You have to study the examples also. Thank you.